If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm a perfectionist. I try to make everything as perfect as possible, and I try to optimize processes and improve on things where they can be so that they can be the best form or in the best form that they can be. I did this a lot when I was first starting this channel. I remember shooting the video for my first video, and it took forever to do because I wanted it to be perfect. Every word had to have a reason to be there, and it had to just be perfect because it was my first video after all. I also remember when I was editing, everything had to be perfect. I spent hours editing and color grading and looking for music and thinking of the B-roll that I would shoot for the video. It took me like a week to make that video, and now I make 2 videos in 1 week with way more things to say and extra B-roll and music. But obviously when you put in the reps, you get better at something, especially when it's 2 years later. If you scroll down on my channel to a video I made back in 2020, I'm just gonna link it up here. I was talking about not buying things at the end of summer. I just want to say that the video definitely isn't up to par in quality with these videos, so just, be warned. Anyway, I literally said in the video that I wanted to buy a gimbal to try and get better at making videos and other things. I ended up getting the gimbal near the end of 2020, but I don't use it nearly as much as I thought I would. But it's okay because, it's an investment. It's still in great condition, and I want to use it this summer for more, outdoor shots and stuff like that. But don't make the same mistake that I made in that video. I went and bought a brand new gimbal because I wanted to get better at filmmaking, and then I ended up not even using it as much as I wanted to. I was also looking to buy a new camera in that same video, but I didn't end up getting any camera because I wasn't feeling the greatest about those camera choices. If you're like me and you're somewhat of a perfectionist, just remember this quote: done is better than perfect. It's funny because, like I said, I consider myself a perfectionist. Even when things are in the right order, or if things are clean, I try to improve the state of those things. But a harsh truth that I've been starting to accept over the years is nothing is ever perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. Something can always be improved, because if you think about the word perfect, to me, it could mean that the thing that's the subject of conversation can no longer be improved no matter what you do to it. And like I said, something can always be improved. It's just a matter of determining whether or not it's worth improving. You know what I mean? Is it worth that extra half an hour of editing if it's just, one little slight thing in the video? Or is it worth the extra hour, or, however much time it takes up? If I didn't finish my first video and upload it, I would probably be still working on it right now. I would change the music, I would probably reshoot the whole video, and I would fix that terrible lighting. And if I'm honest, I would be debating and changing and reverting, and then the video would never get finished. And always remember again, done is better than perfect. The thing is that you'll never get better without putting the reps in. If I didn't make the jump from shooting 15 or 20 shots of B-roll to like 50 shots of B-roll, I never would have gotten better at shooting B-roll. It's all about making the jump. If you're happy with the video, make the jump and upload it. If you're happy with the picture, make the jump, export it, upload it, share it, whatever you do. David Burns describes a perfectionist as a person whose standards are high beyond reach or reason, and who strains compulsively and unremittingly towards impossible goals and measures their own worth entirely in terms of productivity and accomplishment. So basically me. When I was giving away a bunch of my mom's things, I only wanted to keep a minimal amount of things. I wanted 4 plates and 4 cups and 4 spoons, and you get the point. But then I realized that it just wasn't sustainable. What if 4 people came over out of the blue? Is one of us supposed to eat with our hands? What if after those people left, I felt lazy to do the dishes, but then I got hungry? Was I supposed to have cereal and milk and drink it in a cup? It didn't make any sense. I've realized that it's also okay to be messy, as much as it makes me want to obsessively put away things and make sure everything is perfect. It's okay to not know what's going on sometimes and just go with the flow. If you know me, or if you ask my girl, I like things to be scheduled. I wake up at this time, I shoot B-roll at this time, I eat at this time, I do laundry at this time, and I rarely deviate from that schedule. But, if life was always scheduled, it would get boring. That would be the most mundane life ever. But most of my friends and my girl know that I live a pretty boring life anyway. I don't do anything except see my girl, occasionally see my friends, I go to work, I come home, and then I work on videos because those are the things that interest me. I don't know, I'm boring. But to kind of go back to the gear thing that, I was talking about before, I found myself telling myself that if I get this camera, then I'll make better videos. If I get this lens, I'll make better videos. If I get this filter, I'll make better videos. If I got that gimbal, I would make better videos. But I got the gimbal and it didn't help me make better videos at all. All I had to do was just keep shooting and trying to improve on my own. We often get caught up in the if I get this then I'll do this, but the thing is that you don't need that new thing to improve on whatever it is that you're working on. Yes, it might help, but you probably don't need that thing. The only time you need new gear is if the gear that you're already using is holding you back from accomplishing whatever you're trying to accomplish. Let's say you want to become a better piano player. If you're not already good with the piano you already have, there's no reason to be looking at grand pianos for you to go out and buy. It just doesn't make sense. You should only be looking at those grand pianos when the one that you have is holding you back from achieving a certain sound that you want to accomplish that your current piano can't offer. I feel like, when we're kind of getting to the point of getting complacent with what we're doing, whether that's filmmaking or cooking or whatever you're doing, we start looking to buy things to spice up the thing that we're doing, but that won't solve anything. It'll make you feel good for a bit. You know what I mean? When you buy something, you get that temporary hit of dopamine, and you get a little excited. But then after that, it'll be back to the same feeling, and then it's just a cycle that keeps on going. The only way you'll reinvigorate your love for whatever it is you're doing is by trying new things. One thing I want to touch on here before I end the video is the expectations that I put on myself for my videos. If you look at my two most viewed videos, Overstimulation is Killing Your Brain and Why I Don't Own a Car at 25, those videos are sitting at, I think, almost 3,000 and almost 2,000 views respectively. I remember when I uploaded those videos, I wasn't happy with the end result. After I uploaded them, I thought of other things I could have added, but the video was already uploaded and people were already watching, so I said forget it, they'll just stay up. I was kind of disappointed in myself because I wanted to make the best possible video because I hold myself to such a high standard and I want to put out my best work for you to watch. Anyway, the videos ended up doing way better than I expected, and after seeing the numbers that they did, I didn't care about adding in the other stuff anymore because the videos did so well. People were resonating with them a lot, and I think they helped a lot of people. So you see what happened there? If they didn't get a lot of views, I would have been pissed off with myself because I didn't make the best possible video that I could have. But because they did better than I expected, I was fine with it. And I just want to say that this video isn't meant to give you permission to upload bad content or low effort content. It's just meant to tell you that every video doesn't have to be perfect. Again, done is better than perfect. I'm sure there are times when Christopher Nolan sees a shot after the movie has already been finished and he wishes he could change that. I think all creative people think that way. And I think that's a good sign because you're looking for ways to improve your work, which is a great thing. You don't want to think that you create the best videos ever because then you won't find a reason to improve. And you'll become egotistical and that's no way to live. Bottom line of this video is that nothing you create will ever be perfect. After it's done, you'll look at ways to make it better, but if you spend all that time on making it better, you would never put out any content. If you spend every waking hour dusting every surface in your house, you would never get any time to do the things that you like to do because all you're doing is dusting. You see what I mean? As long as you've gotten to a point where you're content with the video or piece of content you've made, or even if it has something to do with your work, then it's worth it. All that's left is to put it out and be proud that you created that thing that people are watching and you get bonus points if they get some value out of it. Remember, done is better than perfect because perfect doesn't exist. And as always, thanks for watching.